for my junk journal snacks. Today I would like to go shopping in my own stash rather than making new ephemera. I would rather use some that I've already made. This is the box that I have with some of my pre-made ephemera. Let's take that to my table. And I think I want to use one of these two, which are my two latest pieces of ephemera that I've made. I created these in a collaboration organized by Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts. The prompt was to use washi tape and cards. And if you want to see how I made these, you can check the video link below in the description box. I really love how these turned out, and I definitely want to add these to my personal journals. So let's see how I can make them fit. And I would like to try to add them in Honey's beautiful journal. If this is your first time seeing this beauty, I will link Honey's Instagram as well as the flip through of when I received this. Honey is currently not making these journals for sale, unfortunately. Let's see where we could add these, or maybe just one of them. That would be lovely. Love that background for it. This maybe is a bit boring. I just love this. This is from Honey. This is also really cool. I haven't really put anything in pockets yet. Oh, wouldn't that look cool? Just have those hearts peeking out. I love that. And this here, I think, might be a little much then. This would have to go somewhere else. Let's put this one aside for now. Let's think about this here. So this is beautiful, but maybe I can find something to enhance this a little bit. I think it's great that I can put this in a pocket because it does have a beautiful backside as well for journaling. So I would not be happy just gluing that onto a page. I have this basket here with some pieces. It would make me so happy to use some of these pieces instead of making more stuff. I need to use what I have. So a flower would definitely work. Keep that in mind. This one, ooh, this is even better. I've made these just with coffee and a ballpoint pen and then just some gesso and some gold paint. Super simple on book page. So that would be really nice, as well as here actually. No, maybe this is too close to this, so maybe the right position would be right there. I like that. Let's keep that here for a moment. I'm not sure that this needs much more, to be honest, but maybe we can do something else with this page as well, using some more of these items. This might be a bit much here, but I have some more of these flower die cuts. Oh, and maybe a butterfly. These are die cuts made from wallpaper. And these are also wallpaper die cuts. These were from Action, a Dutch chain. Let's see what we can do with these. They don't pop a lot, of course, on this background. So maybe we could add some more color to these. Since these are wallpaper, they are quite plasticky on the surface, so I don't think that a color would stick on it well. So that means we'd have to add something to the surface, maybe like transparent gesso. I have one here from Liquitex. So I'm just going to brush that over everything. For these hearts, I used my watercolor purple from White Nights, which is very pigmented. So why not use that same purple? I've already sprayed some water. So I'm just going to add this. And then we'll again just spray that to make that move. Okay, let's move that a little bit. This is such an incredible purple. It is so pigmented. I want some more here. Maybe I can just dip that. I'll dry this with my heat gun and then we'll see if we need to add another color. Let's add them to the page to see if there is enough contrast. And I'd say, yeah, there is enough contrast. This is quite amazing. So if we add the butterfly on top, does the butterfly need any coloring? And if so, what color could that be? Do we want this butterfly up there? I just remembered I also have this butterfly, which is smaller, which was left over from the other card that I made with the butterflies. I see here the colors don't really match. This is a little more pink, the undertone. We could, of course, change that. But I think it's a little bit dark. I would like the focus to be on these flowers and not necessarily on the butterfly. So I think I'd rather have a lighter colored butterfly, although I'm still contemplating spraying that with some coffee. I definitely want to add something underneath here. One piece I would like to consider is this here. I had some texture paste left over on my palette and I just put it on a book page. So let me see what that will look like once I tear that piece. And I think it's a little bit too light, so I will spray this with coffee first. Okay, this is dry-ish. Let's have a look. I think it's hard to say at this point. It definitely needs some more, so I'm taking my scraps. Maybe there's like a bluish one. That's an interesting color combination. There's white, that might work. There's a small gold one, white with silver. I think we've got some good options here. This is too dark. I'm going to say it again. I'll probably say it every time that I use wallpaper. Check your local stores to see if they have old wallpaper books that they don't need anymore. You might be surprised. You might get some amazing junk journal materials for free. Okay, let's work with these. What I would like to do is to ground these flowers a little bit. So maybe I'll pull this up and then we'll make like a base down here. Let's move these. And then we'll just overlap a few pieces. How about that? Let's see if we add these now. That gives them a nice ground to come out of. Do we need anything else behind here? I think I do. Yeah, this piece here is a little small. And I think I want similar coloring to what I have in the background here. So I'm going to check my other scrap box with bigger scraps. I think some music paper would work really well. And I have a coffee sprayed dictionary page. And I think I also want something up here. I have this super cool piece of scrap that was, I think, in a Happy Mail a really long time ago. I've been hoarding it because I just love it so much. That adds some beautiful interest. Still not sure about this butterfly, to be honest. If I don't use it, then I think I probably need something else up here, like at least something for the background. I just found this piece, which is actually from Nadia's journal. That was on one of the pages that I tore out because it was getting so bulky. But of course, this is gorgeous. Maybe this is exactly what we need right here. Oh, yes. And because we added something so dominant up here, I think this needs to be balanced with something on the diagonal down here. And I'd like to try using maybe a scrap of this here. I think this was in a journal. I don't remember. See, before there was nothing to pull your eye to this part of the page, but now, do you see this? Your eye wanders here, and of course here because it's dark, and also down here. And then I think I also want something down here. This has, I think, a similar color. This is also coffee dyed. This used to be white. I'm not sure that this is the right piece, but we won't know unless we try. I'm not sure it pulls your attention enough, so I think I can leave it there, but I want to see if I can find something else to put on top of that. I found this stamped piece of coffee dyed paper. This is from a Tim Holtz stamp set. Actually, I think then I'll take this off. I don't like this line here, so I'm going to tear that piece off. Something's not working yet, and I'm wondering if this piece is just too dominant. Let's try to switch that with a book page, which is more plain. This might be better. And then we can pull this up a little bit. I think that's better. I will continue hoarding this until I find the perfect spot. I also found this dragonfly, which is also wallpaper, which you cannot see because it's the wrong color, but I'm reluctant to add a different color. Maybe it could just be a background element. It doesn't have to be a focal point. And now I can see I need another stamped element here to balance it, because we have these two and we're definitely missing something up here. Let's try this one. So this one and this one, they're both from the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Field Note set. The number is CMS 396 in case you want to look for that. It's one of the most amazing stamp sets ever, and I feel like this works. You see this? It's beautifully balanced. I've glued everything down except the flowers and the dragonfly, and I'm thinking, since I have this harlequin pattern here, I think I want to repeat that up here. And I had used this stencil, which is a Tim Holtz stencil. I'm going to use my walnut stain, Distress Oxide, and one of these brushes. So now I'll glue these pieces on. Has this ever happened to you that your art glitter glue comes completely liquidy? Look at this. This is crazy. I don't know what happened, and it happened in both of these bottles. Like, I can't use it like this. And I find that very disappointing because, as we all know, that stuff is not cheap. So please let me know if you know what causes this. Is it the climate? Or if there's anything that I could do. I would really appreciate that. And then I would like to visually connect these two pages by adding the same pattern by making some texture paste. So just adding some gesso and a bit of starch. Mixing that up. So again, you can also use baby powder. I've done that. That works great. You can use sand. So I'll add some here. And I also want to add some here. Let's check again. The flower is there. Maybe I'll add some right here. Yeah, I think that's good. Once that is dry, I can glue on my flower. And then I want to add some white splatters. I just added some water to my dried out gesso. Oh, this is beautiful. This works so well. Okay, these are beautifully thick splatters, which is awesome, but it's going to take forever to dry. I'm going to add some private journaling on the back of this card, and then that can have a home. So just pick one piece that inspires you and let that inspire the rest of your page. I think that's always a good starting point. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.